Joe Gorga, Melissa walks in front of you on the way back to the van, and that sort of triggers something within you.
Did I do something wrong?
No.
Tell me if I did.
I would just like my wife to wait for me. I mean, you just walk away like you don't even have a husband. That's normally not Melissa. Normally we're always, you know, tied at the hip. We were kind of going through a little thing.
Right before COVID, I was working crazy. Like I would say the months of November, December, January, February, and March. For like 5 months, I was out a lot. I was working a lot. Then COVID hit, and then we were together every single day. And it was like when he really started to vent. He was so happy actually that I was home every night and not working and this and that. And he was like stressing in his own mind, I think, for when the pandemic was over. So it was actually causing like tension with us. And it was, I would say, escalated the most over the summer. I remember like just May, June, July, August, a little bit of September being very stressful for us.
I just believe she got in focus those past 6 months. She just focused too much on work. You just become different, and you're just too focused, and you forget about normal life. And that's what I was feeling. And I'm not used to that. I'm always used to, you know, all over my wife. She's all over me. And that moment just, you know, it triggered me. And I'm more of a communications guy. I like to speak about it.
He was just like beating a dead horse, so to speak, because she didn't want to discuss it.
Maybe we grew apart. It's just life. It's
All right,
okay.
so we're growing apart.
Joey.
Maybe we are.
Maybe we are.
I think what happened.
Are you kidding me?
I felt like, all right, if we're gonna be like this and like you're gonna be snarky, then we're gonna talk about it. We kind of just like escalated. And I don't think he thought that I would put him on blast, but he hit me at the wrong, like it was just too much.
You are spoiled.
Be careful what you say, because I'll never talk to you again.
Why? I kissed your ass for how many years? So sit home while I go to work now.
All right.
I was just done at that point, and it came out, and it's real, and it's true, and it's my friends were there, and I was embarrassed.
I know Joe. I know how he thinks. He's a good guy. His feelings get hurt very easily. He expects a certain degree of respect. And not that walking ahead of him is disrespectful, but many guys feel it is.
It was much deeper than that. That was just like the icing on the cake. If something was brewing in him, and he feels Melissa's outgrowing him, changing, and that was just a symptom of what was happening.
A year ago, if she walked in front of me, if we were out to dinner, no big deal. But at that moment, at that 6-month period, you know, we were going through something in our relationship. I mean, she was just working too much. She's just putting too much time into work. And I just kind of, I guess, was kind of a little lost. No, it's no big deal that she walked in front of me. This is not caveman days. It was more about like, listen, I want to hold your hand and I want to walk outside with you. You know, as I was being more like the little bitch in the relationship at that moment, because I like to spend time with my wife. I like to be with my wife. She was just in that zone of being an entrepreneur and forgetting a little of our relationship. But at that moment, because of what I've been going through, of feeling, it meant a lot, and it came out.
I also think it's very telling that like Teresa doesn't come to Jennifer's defense. I think Teresa just kind of like sat there silently too.
You know why you never fight with your husband? Because he's your meal ticket for your whole family. I can't stomach her.
Jennifer's always jumping in to defend Teresa, but she wasn't jumping in to defend Jennifer.
Yeah, I definitely think that Teresa, I don't know why Jennifer's okay with that.
She's leaving her whole family and moving here from Turkey.
Oh, come on. He met her in Turkey. She could be mail order.
I don't know. You better shut up.
Word on the street.
You better shut up with that.
Hit a nerve. A girl who never worked a day in her life.
Oh my God, why don't you sit down?
Look, Jen's been my friend since she started
3
the
years.
show.
Yeah.
I love Jen. She's a real,
Yeah.
she's like a true friend, loyal. To me, loyal and respect.
We
is the
defend each
biggest
other.
thing.
Teresa defends me too.
Once in a while, Teresa will say something.
She's like, not my meal ticket, Mark. My number one goal right now is my family.
Her kids are at a difficult age. I like that Bill takes care of everything.
But like not half as much as Jennifer does.
I'm very into loyalty and respect. That's what I'm into.
Yeah, that's like a no-brainer.
I don't know. That must be fine for Jennifer. I mean, to each their own. It's just that would never work for me. But it's always some. It's like it tends to go that way a lot.
Well, I'd love to touch on the celebration for NONNO'S.
Judging to Gorga, where to even begin? He was an amazing father, devoted husband, and grandfather. His smile lit up every room he walked into. Thank you for being the glue and always having us stick together.
Let me tell you something. That was amazing. That was everything he ever wanted.
He passed away during the pandemic, and it was so many people loved him, loved everything. He made everybody laugh. He was really, truly so loved, and no one was able to like pay their respects.
My father was a fun guy. He was a party guy. He loved you. He held you. He was a workaholic, but he partied, and he had a good time. And he said, when I go, I want you to throw me a big party. He goes, I don't want a funeral.
My dad always never wanted us to cry. He's like, he's like, after I pass, like, I don't want anybody crying. I just want everybody having a great time.
So we really wanted to have a celebration of life for him. His favorite place in the world was my shore house. He had a chair that he loved. He used to sit there and drink Johnny Walker Blue all day. So we knew my shore house would be where he would want us to celebrate him with the Johnny Walker Blue flowing. And that to him was 10 times better than anyone standing around him crying.
He lived a full life, and it was nice to have a celebration like that where everyone was celebrating his life rather than mourning it.
You know, we were all together. The family was together. That's all he had was us, you know? And he was really, truly, truly an amazing man. I mean, just the way he loved his family, his wife. I mean, here's a guy, his wife passed away, and I mean, every day he went to go see her at the cemetery. I mean, that is amazing. I mean, I don't know if I could live up to that. And he is my idol, and he will always be my idol. He was an amazing man.
That's nice, man. That is nice.
Yeah.
The times that your dad and you went out to dinner, Joey, and listening to your father tell stories, it was like sitting with my father, because they were the same background, they talked the same, just so freaking funny, I can't even tell you. And he's your dad, but I miss him every day. It was.
Thank you.
It was unbelievable.
Thank you.
Like he was such a good time. He really was. So and all my friends adored him. He was all about having a good time. And I mean, I've hung out with Dolores a lot, with my dad at the Jersey Shore, at the beach club, beach bars, and we had so much fun.
Yes, yeah. We used to go to remember, Joe, we take your father to the beach. Remember we went up to the beach, on the beach with everybody up there. I remember drinking with him that one day.
And like he loved it, because he liked to drink and hang out and flirt with the girls.
Yep.
And listen, he was like he was worse than us with the women. All right, he didn't care.
Not this summer. The summer before that, some girl was trying to pick up my dad and trying to make out with him. And I'm like,
she was like 32 years old.
And I was like freaking
She was
out.
all over him.
And I'm like, Dolores.
He went in for the lean-in, I'm telling you.
I know, remember Dolores? I'm like, Dolores, I can't watch this. And then
God, it was so crazy.
Yeah.
She was in love with him. He had swag.
And I knew they were there watching down because Dolores and I saw swans right there.
Oh, there's a white swan? There's two. Oh my God.
It's my mother and father right there.
That was my mother and my father, 100%. I believe in all of that. I never did, but I do now, and it was pretty amazing.
I believe in signs. I really do, and I'm very, I really believe that now. And I talk to them. They're always with me. I talk to them all the time. I feel like they're with me all the time. Our love was so powerful. Like, I adored my parents. Like, and Dolores knows, like, I did, and I feel like they're always with me now.
Everyone knows.
I feel like I feel like they're protecting me.
And that was an amazing, amazing night.
It was a beautiful day. It was a nice memorial.
This is for him. And every time I drink this, I look up to heaven and I say, this is for you, you know? So, here's the...
There you go, my man.
Thank you. My brothers, my brothers.
Joe's phone is ringing, and he keeps taking the call, and everyone's sort of like, what's going on here?
Joe, your phone's ringing off the hook. Realtor Giselle.
Some realtor Giselle keeps calling the phone over and over and over, and he's like putting the phone down, and it's ringing, and he's excusing himself, and like, realtor Giselle. And I know he's in real estate. He has to deal with realtors. And I'm like, everyone knows that anyone named Giselle is hot. It's just, it is like all Giselles are hot. So like, what is happening right now?
Anyone can call me. She's like, who's that? Who's that? Melissa, let me explain. She's very jealous. When you have a man like me, she loses her mind if some phone. It doesn't even mean anything. It's just a phone call that comes in. But she caught on to us quick.
Why is your phone keep going on?
Those realtors want some money.
Melissa was sitting directly across from me at the table, and I see her looking every once in a while. And I'm thinking, yeah, this is good.
And then I start looking at everyone's faces, and I realize, you know, we played this big prank on him in Lake George.
If they hung out for a while, that's an issue. Holy
Wait, hello, Joe? Joe?
Yeah.
You've been punked.
I'm like, these guys think that I'm stupid.
The next thing you know, I see her chewing, and I see her clearing her mouth, and I see her wipe her mouth. I said, oh, she's going to holler at him now. And all of a sudden she goes, listen, you sons of bitches.
You're not punking me. Wait, what? Just FYI.
What are you talking about?
You're not punking me. My husband's not cheating on me, and you're all trying to make me believe he is.
Are you serious?
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. The cat's out of the bag.
By the way, they were so obvious. It was like they were giggling. They were all in cahoots. Like, Joe's getting up, getting down, getting up. I was like, guys, you suck at this. I kind of wanted to see like whose phone, who was like involved.
I think that was Frank's idea in the beginning, wasn't it?
It's Frank's idea to prank Melissa, and then I think we all came up kind of with the idea, and then the programming of the phone. I think that was your expertise.
Yeah, I mean, I keep up with technology, not because I have any more special skills.
The idea was great. The execution was pretty poor.
Yeah.
I still have him. Kid you not. Now this is what, 6 months later, 7 months. Frank calls me, still says realtor Giselle on my phone. I still haven't switched it yet. Isn't that something?
Listen, Joe was right in trying to get Melissa back for the prank that she played on him. All right, and again, going back to the point, you know, as much as we are alpha men, you like to be treated a certain way, you like to feel secure, and next thing you know, Joe is thinking that Melissa's giving attention to some other guy, a restaurant owner, while they're away. So he comes up with this prank, which I got to tell you something. I really thought it was working. I thought it was working.
I thought it was good.
Let me tell you something. We had her. Listen. We had her in the beginning.
Yes.
The first 10 minutes, because she was like, who's calling you? You know, we had her. And then Melissa's very smart. She's good with everything. Where I would have been focused on that. And she would have got me again. But she's very smart. But we had her the first 10 minutes, and then she caught on.
There was a split second where I was like, this Giselle bitch right here better stop ringing your phone because it's the weekend. Like, there was a split second because I was like, and then it was just too obvious. I was like, all right, I see what's happening here, you know.
Joe also says at one point, the fact that you picked up the phone and called back the number, Melissa, shows that you still get jealous and it means you still love him.
Like, the bottom line is she picked up the phone and she called it back. Did she really?
She still got that fire for me. And it shows me she cares.
This is why everyone loves Joe. It's like, at the end of the day, he's just like, well, do you love me? You know? And it's like, yes, honey, I love you. It's like, he doesn't ever have like a bad intention. Even when he wants you to stay home and not move, it's not because he wants to hurt you or because he doesn't want you to be successful. He's just like, I just love you. Just stay right here. He's just like, I just want to be sitting right next to you wherever you go. you know? So it's like, it's hard to always stay mad at him.
Are there any more pranks that you guys have planned?
Oh, we got good ones.
Oh.
No, we're not going to tell you.
We
about
can't
it.
tell you. We can't tell you that.
We got
Come on.
good ones.
We're not going to give that up.
We're
Absolutely.
going to keep that between us.
It's for sure.
We already got them all set up.
Okay.
Do you think Melissa feels guilty for being so busy all the time in some ways?
She feels like she's being held back because she wants to do it, but she can't enjoy it because he's giving her a hard time about it, and she feels like it's wrong.
But at the end of the day, I don't want to feel guilt for achieving things that I want to achieve. But like, he tells me that's wrong.
I don't know if she feels guilty. Maybe
Yeah,
that
I
is
think
guilty.
that's guilty.
Yeah, that's guilty. That's guilty.
I think for the last year, I've been feeling guilty. I've been feeling like, I've actually questioned some of my success. Like when I was at events, I would say to myself, do I really need to be at this event? I started to second guess myself, but I'm like, this isn't fair. Like when he was building his buildings and out every night until, you know, he would leave the house 6 a.m, get home 8 o'clock at night, and I was just home waiting for him. He didn't feel that way. No, like this is my time. I don't want to turn into an 80-year-old woman and say like, do you remember that time that I had that platform and I had these opportunities and you were in demand, but you just stayed home because you didn't go to that event, and now I'm 80, like yarning somewhere on my front porch saying like I didn't take all of my opportunities.
I think she's made to feel guilty. I told her she should not have guilt. It's okay, you know, to do things for yourself. It makes you a better mother, a better wife when you feel fulfilled. And if you feel you're depriving yourself of things that you want for yourself and not taking care of yourself, then resentment happens, and you don't want to get resentful, because then things really go down the tubes rapido.
I'm very big on seeing women achieve their dreams. So for me, it's just like there's nowhere to meet in the middle on something like that. They have to grow together.
Right.
So I'm fully here for you, Melissa. I'm fully on Team Melissa with this one.
I'm a very hands-on mom. Like, you might think I have 50 people helping me and putting my shoes on and painting my nails. Someone does paint my nails. But I, like, for real, like, I'm very hands-on. And it's very important to me to be both. Like, very important. I would never, ever, ever give up that mom-wife feeling, because then I failed. So it's very hard for me to pull both when you have a husband like I do. But I also believe in a working mother. I believe in that. I believe that we deserve to go to work, and we should not have to worry about the kids any more than the husband should. It should be equal. And I truly believe in that. But the truth is, I didn't used to believe that. And I didn't start my marriage that way. So to try to switch things up halfway through, it's not easy. But I'm not going to stop until I do it.
But she should be able to enjoy it. I want them to enjoy it. They're at a point in their life now. They have beautiful kids. They've raised them well. They're successful, well off. They can live such an amazing life. This is unnecessary stress for them. Like, I'm older. We got 10 years on them. I want to say, this is such bullshit and nonsense. Enjoy it. Embrace your life. Neither one of you are going anywhere.
It's true.
So
It's true.
Be comfortable. Stop acting like two little fucking babies.
Yes, lift each other up, and don't worry. No one's going
Fucking
anywhere.
Stupid shit. High school shit. Yeah, come on with that.